Today's news.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. I'm Michael Wallace. The Trump administration has halted New York City's congestion pricing tolls. New York Governor Kathy Hochul says they were helping to reduce traffic, and she's promising a court fight to save them.
I don't care if you love congestion pricing or hate it. This is an attack on our sovereign identity, our independence from Washington.
These New Yorkers are happy.
Congestion pricing is done, yes.
With the congestion pricing, I think is really, really unfair to New Yorkers.
New York was the first U.S. city to enact congestion pricing. Others have been considering it. A judge in New York has wrapped up a hearing on whether the corruption charges against Mayor Eric Adams should be dropped. Here's CBS's Scott McFarland.
A marathon 90-minute hearing that concludes without a resolution. The judge here, Dale Ho, says he needs some time to unpack everything he just heard, calling it a complicated matter and one that requires further review.
The nation's midsection as far south as Texas is still in a deep freeze. KRLD's Chris Fox is in Austin, where wind chills could dip below zero tonight.
Frigid temperatures and 35-mile-an-hour gusts.
Just bundling up, having fires at the house, and eating chili for dinner.
So far, so good for the state's power grid. But the Electric Reliability Council of Texas has issued a weather watch with supply and demand getting tight this evening.
CBS's Stacey Lynn reports some recently fired federal workers will be getting their jobs back.
The USDA is among multiple agencies that have faced mass firings and says it's now trying to rescind termination letters for some employees who worked on the government's response to the bird flu. In a statement to CBS News, the USDA said, "We are working to swiftly rectify the situation."
The 86-year-old white Missouri man who last week pleaded guilty in the shooting death of a black teen who mistakenly rang his doorbell has died. Prosecutors did not release the cause of death for Andrew Lester. In Rome, CBS's Seth Doan has an update on Pope Francis and his pneumonia battle.
Pope Francis is in stable condition, according to the Vatican's update Wednesday evening. Doctors reviewing the Pope's blood test say they saw a slight improvement in the indices that measure inflammation.
Hamas has made Israel a new offer. Reporter Miriam Hirschlag is in Tel Aviv.
A senior Hamas official said they are prepared to hand over all the remaining hostages in one batch rather than in stages as they've been doing in the current phase. This would speed up the process towards a truce in which Israel will release hundreds more Palestinian prisoners and pull its troops out of Gaza. Israel has not responded to the offer, but has made clear it wants no deal that leaves Hamas armed or in charge.
On Wall Street today, the S&P 500 rose 14 points to a record close. The Dow was up 71. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 54 degrees in Orinda, California.